talented friends we have here at Mount Vernon. Now you come on in, anybody. There's a few seats here. Restrooms are jammed, but there's a few seats. We're going to have the Mount Vernon Rock and Roll Preservation Society Band and Friends. And we want to thank Bob for putting this all together. We'll have a little something to say later on about that. Several years ago, I was president of the State Council of Churches of Rhode Island. And I tell you that because one of my first duties, and pleasures more than a duty, was to be on in a worship service with Bishop Desmond Tutu from South Africa, a little feisty fighter for justice. And in the speech he gave, he said, I have just received an anniversary card from my wife. And it said on the outside, we have a beautiful and unique relationship. And inside it said, I'm beautiful and you certainly are unique. Well, you know Mount Vernon is beautiful. And the people here are certainly unique. And you're going to hear about that. You're going to hear some things tonight you won't hear in the best theaters in America. Right. When we first got here, I said to Bill, I'm going to go out and meet some of the good people around here. And so I went out just to see. And first person I came across was a really good-looking guy, well-spoken. And he had a captain's hat, you know, like in Gilligan's Island on. And he came up to me and said, hi, I'm Mark Hoagland. I'm the Commodore. Oh, nice for you. I said, what kind of a boat do you have? Well, I don't have a boat. So I went home to Beth and I said, you know, I just met a guy who says he thinks he's a Commodore. He doesn't have a boat. And Beth said, because she's very sweet and kind, she said, you know, there's one of those in every community like that. So don't worry about it, Ken. And that's when I began to wonder, you know, they have those gates in some of these communities. I used to think they were to keep people out, but now I wonder sometimes it's to keep some of the people in. Well, the next person I met, of course, I said, so that was a unique person, was another just fine-looking, well-spoken guy, and he looked at me and said, I am Gunther Wöhler, and we are having a meeting of the computer club tonight, and you will come, and you will bring your computer, and you will learn, and you will have fun. I went home to Beth and said, that's two. The next day, out comes Zoltan Zongor. He said, first thing he said to me was, my great-grandfather fought with Genghis Khan. I'm not surprised. Right. So on he went, and Muldoon came over and said, are you really a minister? You don't look like one. You don't talk like one. He said, but I've been struggling with my you know, spiritual life, and maybe we could talk regularly, you and me. And so I said, you know, that'd be great. He said, but could you give me something to take with me today anyway? And I said, sure. And the words of the great Rabbi Malachi Akim from Warsaw, if I am who I am, and because you are who you are, and you are who you are because I am who I am, then I'm not I am, and you are not you are. But if I am who I am because I am whom I am, and you are who you are because who you are, then you are you, and I am I. You haven't heard from him since. So, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the good times and to the Rock and Roll Preservation Society Band. Guys, go ahead.
On your table there, we're in sections, and we'll be playing 4 songs, 5 songs, whatever, and you're welcome to dance. That's the dance portion. And the rest is the actual talent. So here we go. We're going to start the dance portion. All right.
They got glasses.